Baba Kama Perek Gimel Mishnah Yud Aleph, 11th Mishnah in the 3rd chapter of Masechet Baba Kama. So our Mishnah is going to come up with a bunch of cases that are what's called Hamotzi Michaveiro Alav Haraya. Hamotzi Michaveiro Alav Haraya we've seen in a number of other Mishnah, which means Hamotzi Michaveiro, someone who wants to take money out or draw money from his friend. Alav Haraya, he has to, the burden to prove is upon him. Meaning if I claim that my friend owes me money, I got to prove it. Otherwise, he's not going to pay. So this comes up in a number of different examples in our Mishnah. This is a Mishnah. Shor shaya rodef achar shor echer. So we have one shore, one ox was running after another shore. That's what we saw. We didn't see what happened, so we don't know exactly what happened. V'huzak, and then the second animal, or the animal that was being chased after, became damaged. We don't know exactly what happened. Ze omer shor chahizik. So the damagee, the owner of the damaged ox, says, "Hey, your animal gored my animal." V'ze omer. The other guy says, "No, loki elabesela, lucky bumped into a rock. He didn't get gored. We weren't there. They ran out off into the horizon. Who knows?" Hamotzi michavero says, "Halacha hamotzi michavero alav haraya." You want him to pay? Then prove it. You have to prove that. You have to have witnesses. You have to prove that, in fact, it was that guy's animal that damaged your animal. Okay, some commentaries say that even in the case we saw, the animal running after the other animal. That's what's called raglayim davar. It has legs. There's some indication. Nonetheless, since you don't have definitive proof, we always say you want him to pay. Hamotzi michavero alav haraya. Next case. Hayu shnayim rodfim achar echad. Two animals were running after one animal. Okay, and so we have this wonderful case. Let me see. Let's just make this a little bigger so it's not so obscured. Okay, two animals are running. We'll get that. Two animals are running after one animal. There we go. Okay, and these are owned by two different people. And somehow, this animal got damaged. So the guy who owns this animal says, "Look, somebody's got to pay me." So the Mishnah says the following: he's not gonna have relief. Two animals are running after one. Each one says, "Hey, so they agree that the animal was gored, but each one says it wasn't my animal; it was your animal." Mishnah says, "Shnehem paturim." Each one are patur. Why are they both patur? Let's look at the Bartunura. Shnehem paturim. Titravayu madchile. Both of them push them off. Okay, both of them say it's not us, but. If both of the animals belong to one person, shnehem chayavin. Okay, meaning the guy says, he says, "Listen, your animal gored me." He said, "It wasn't Bessie, it was Spot." Or I don't know, whatever you want to call them. It wasn't this guy, it was that guy. So he said, "So what? It's your animal. Nonetheless, you are the nitva, whether it's this animal or that animal, you're chayav to pay." Now remember, when they're both short tam, okay, then you have to pay from the goof of the animal, from the body of the animal. How do you do that? Let's go to the Bartunura. The Gemara mefresh matnit go shneim tamim. They're both short tam. She'ein tam mishalem ela migufo. You have to pay from the body of the animal. V'chi itnehu litravayu kaman. If both animals are here, let's say, okay, in between, one of these animals gored. You're right, one of the animals gored, but then I slaughtered the animal and we had him for supper. He's not there anymore. Okay, so if they're both there, then the guy can say you have to pay. But why? Both animals are there. One of them you have to pay from. If one of them is gone, Travaya means tray. If both of them are not there, meaning if one of them are not there, if it's a case where none of them are not both of them are around, Matzi Amar the owner can say, Zil Iti Raya Dahai Torah Azakecha. Go prove, Zil, go, Iti Raya, bring a proof that this chura, this shore, this ox, azakacha, meaning, if this guy, we ate him for dinner, he's no longer there, okay, so the owner can say, yes, one of my oxen gored you, but maybe it's the one that we ate already. Prove to me that it's this one. And since you can't, I'm not going to pay you. So you can only say chayavin if both animals are still around. Okay, so let's go back to our case. Remember, you pay from the body of the animal, So, okay, this animal. Let's move this to the front. I guess I bring to the front. Okay, so this animal is worth 500 zuz. Okay, And so when it's gored, it's now that so there was a loss of, let's say, I don't know, 300 sus. Okay, and it was gored by one of two animals. Okay, but this one is worth, let's say, 500. So if you lost 300, you would have to pay 250. Good, no problem. Whereas this animal is only worth, I don't know, 100. It's only worth 100, not minus 100. He's worth 100. He's worth 100. So if you pay for the body of the animal, so the guy, if this animal gores and costs 300, all you get is the 100. He's not going to be paid full. Whereas here, since he lost 300 of value, if this animal gores, he's going to get his full 150. Because remember, he's owed 150. It's a short time. So in this case, one animal that one of the two animals chasing was big and one is small. Hanizak omer gadol hizik. V'hamazik omer lo ki ala katan hizik. Similar case, right? The nizak, the damagee, the guy who's damaged, says the big one did the damage, so I want to be paid full because you're paying from the body of the shore. And the mazik says no, small one. Or echad tam ve'echad muad. We know exactly like the reason why they would say this. One is a tam, one is a muad. Let's say they're the same size. One is a tam and one is a muad. And of course, the nizak omer muad hizik because he's going to get paid full. The guy who did the damage says, no, prove it. The tam is the one that did damage. I have to pay chatzi nezek. Similarly, hamotzi michavero alav haraya. We again we'll impose hamotzi michavero alav haraya. Hayo nizokin shnayim. Echad gadol ve'echad katan. It gets even more. There are two animals that were being chased after, two damaged. One big, one small. V'amazikim shnayim. And the animals running after them are two. One big and one small. So let's just move this guy out of here. You obviously understand the ramifications, but it's always fun to draw. Okay, we'll just do a little copy paste. Nizokim shnayim. One second. There are two animals now. One big and one small. Okay? And we don't know who did what. And each one suffered some kind of damage. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. One big and one small. This guy's minus 100, the other guy's minus, 300. It doesn't matter. Okay? So now, who has to pay what? Right? You obviously, and it belongs to, Nizak and Mazik, they both belong to the same people. And Nizak Omer, the Nizak said, the damagee said, Gadol izika gadol, v'katan et katan. The big one damaged the big one. Because remember, it's tam, so he can cover all the damage. He owes him 150. And the small damage is small, so he's going to be compensated as much as possible. V'hamazik Omer, and the Mazik says, look, no, el hakatan et gadol, v'gadol et katan. It was the other way around. That the katan did damage to the big guy, right? He did damage here. So therefore, even though he's owed 150, all he's going to get is 100. And as the other way around, he wants to minimize his damage. He wants to minimize how much he has to pay. Okay? Or, echad tam ve'echad muad. One is tam and one is muad. Anizako mer muad iziket agadol v'tam et katan. The damage, he said, okay, the muad, gored the big one, meaning he has to pay full. And the tam, the small one, the half price, it only pays less. V'amazik omer, and the guy who did the damage, who owned the damaging shore, says, no, loki ela tam et agadol l'muad katan. The shore tam, I only have to pay half on price on the gadol, and the shore muad on the small one. Again, we imply hamotzi michavero alav haraya. We always imply the rule. Like, if you can't prove it, you don't get paid. You want to prove that the big one damaged the big one, you get full price, you get as much as you can, you got to prove it. Otherwise, otherwise, what's the otherwise? I'm sorry. Okay? Kol hanach hamotzi michaveraya. Im lo hivi raya, ein lo klum. He gets nothing. Why? Vafilu d'mei tam. You don't even get d'mei tam. That's what's very surprising about this. Meaning, if you want to prove that the 100, you have to prove the 100 costs the 100 and the 500 costs the 300. And if otherwise, you don't get anything. Why? Vafilu katan hodelo. Even the one that says, no, you don't even get the money for the katan on the katan. You don't even get money for the small shore. Shato enet chavero chitim, hodelo b'sa'orim, patur af midmei sa'orim. That's what's called, to'en chaver. I say you owe me wheat, and he says, and the guy admits, I owe you barley. So you don't get anything, right? You don't get anything. So here, the guy who's caused damage says, listen, your big animal hit my big animal. The guy says, no, the small animal did. Meaning you're claiming a certain amount, and he's admitting another amount. You don't even get the one he admits. So therefore, when you make your claim, you better make sure that the claim is appropriate and it's provable. Otherwise, you don't get anything. Okay? Meaning, maybe you have to think it's better to claim the small amount because he won't deny it as opposed to claiming the big amount, which he can get out of. All right, it's a long Mishnah, a little bit confusing. I hope I was able to explain it clearly. If you have comments or questions, email me at rspolter@gmail.com. And we'll dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Harav Simcha Ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.